Now, as I said earlier, I guess the question now is it does get pretty damn cold, doesn't it? You know, I was thinking at the weekend, man, suddenly, I mean, I know it's the middle of December, a bit late to realise that. I was thinking it is really feeling like winter now, you know, bone-chillingly cold. We're talking soon, I gather, of temperatures plummeting around the country, possibly to -6 in some places. So the big question has to be, well, I'll drum roll it. Let's ask forecaster at Square Raindrop, Joe Wheeler. Hello, Joe. Well, will we have a white Christmas?
Oh, if I had £1 for every single time I've been asked that question over the years, I'd be rich now.
Yeah.
It's a little bit naughty because many of the news headlines are saying 300-mile wall of snow and it's going to be freezing this Christmas. And in isolation, an awful lot of what they say is true, but not necessarily on the 25th, not necessarily for the entire country. So actually, we've got temperatures sub-zero over parts of Scotland, Northern Ireland, I say at the moment, 9:20, you know, probably yes. It's going to be very chilly. We've got high pressure dominating there. Not quite the same situation over southern parts of the country. It's more breezy, we've got more cloud around. And of course, we've still got another 14 days to go to Christmas, and things can and will change a lot. Now, yesterday's model runs, and I'll come back to the model runs in a minute, but yesterday's model runs seem to indicate there could well be some snow over Scotland and the north of England on the 25th of December. That had all changed by this morning, and that's the nature of the beast. That's the nature of forecasting from this kind of distance. So all forecasting is done by running many models many different times and then starting to see where they come into agreement. Now, as I say, at the moment we've got high pressure over northern parts of the country, lower pressure to the south, which is keeping up this breeze, and also a fair amount of cloud. But there's a very interesting situation next week where a temperature differential over the States increases the jet stream, which then engages with the low pressure system, which is down close to Africa, and that's likely to drive up some weather towards us. So things will turn quite mild, really, for next week.
Oh, really?
And then we start to get a bit of a high building again, possibly bring us a northwesterly as we go towards Christmas, but so much can change.
Right. I mean, it is pretty cold now. We're being told that a freezing fog is about to descend on much of the north or something. But are you essentially saying that it's, if I can use this phrase, it's still up in the air as to whether or not there'll be snow anywhere in Britain? I mean, it doesn't seem to me to be a massive long shot that perhaps on some of the highlands of Scotland there might be flurries of the white stuff. I mean, or is that a long shot too?
No, I've just had a look at the American model, and the American model is quite confident that over the Highlands of Scotland we'll see some snow. But they also see snow in June. So, you know, we shouldn't be surprised, you know, at the end of December that they're going to see a few snow flurries. Whether there's anybody there to see it is a different matter. As long as it's recorded, that's fine. And like I say, it could all change yet. I have to say, I'm a great weather crystal ball gazer. I like to look at the long range. You know, I've been looking at the Christmas period for a long time now. To say, over the last few days, it's hotted up with these models coming up with one solution and then a little nudge a little further else. But I think it's this complex engagement of this low pressure down towards the southwest next week, which could be the decider, and it could go either way. I'm not a betting person.
Well, I'm not a particular betting person, but if I, you know, I'm a Londoner, you know, I'm going to be in London. If I was to put money on there being snow in London, I sense I might lose my cash, yeah?
I wouldn't put much on it,
No.
Certainly not. I mean, that used to be the definition of a white Christmas, you know, a flake of snow on the London Met Office. Well, they're not there anymore, they're in Exeter. So now it's kind of been broadened out. So there's a very good chance that somewhere in the UK we're going to have a white Christmas. But widespread, not looking like it at the moment. Not that 300-mile wall of snow that we're being warned about. But the headlines, they love it. I mean, it's a paper seller. It's clickbait. Everybody wants to read it.
Yeah. Why do you think I'm talking to you, Joe? Listen, it's a pleasure. Thank you very much for your time. Always a pleasure. Joe Wheeler there, forecaster at Square Raindrop.